Hey everybody, this is Bob, the guy that does all the pre-trip videos. I wanted to show you something that I have as an opportunity for you because as a pre-trip instructor, I found several students that were struggling in different areas of performing the task of performing a pre-trip for the CDL test. And as a result, what I've done was put together some documentation along with these videos that I handed out to those students that were in the school. And I have these now available to you for the sum of $2 each. I've minimized the price just to make it affordable to you because I know a lot of people are struggling as they're trying to get their CDL and get out there and start making money as a truck driver. So what I've done was I'm going to give you an example of everything that I put together so far. This right here is a step-by-step document, text document for performing pre-trip. And when you're going through the schooling, you're going to be taught how to say it. You know, whatever the component is you're pointing at, it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, broken, or damaged. You know, all the hoses, there's no abrasions, bulges, cuts, dry rot, and frays. All that is incorporated into this document, and it goes from front to back, including the in cab and the air brake test. Okay, so that's the document. I also have a pictures file, and the pictures file shows every single component on the truck that goes all the way from the front bumper to the back DOT bumper and everything in between. And every component has a description with an arrow pointing at the description, whether you're talking about the water pump, on and on and on, all the way through the entire truck. Okay, so every single component I've got pictures of on the truck. So if visual learning is your ticket, this might help. Okay, I also have the air brake test. The air brake test is broken down into a step-by-step kind of a pictorial thing that describes every single step of the air brake test, going all the way through the 4 steps. And again, this has been a lifesaver for a lot of people that I've been working with going through the CDL program. I also put together some documentation for the backing maneuvers. Even though the videos only show pre-trip, what I've done was I put together straight line. I've got offset left and offset right. I've got blind side and sight side parallel. And most importantly, the one that students seem to struggle with the most is alley dock. Alley dock to me is one of the easiest, but again, a lot of the people struggle with that. And even though you're getting hands-on training while you're going through the schooling system, this document will show you my tricks in being able to perform the maneuver. I've got a couple other documents on there, but one more document that I threw on there is the logs. If and when your Qualcomm or your tablet or whatever you want to call it, your computer that's in your truck craps out, you got to resort to paper logs, right? If you haven't learned that yet, you will when you're going through schooling. You have to have logs in order to stay in compliance with the FMCSA folks, the DOT guys. So if you're struggling at all with trying to grasp the process of manual log entries and also recap, I threw in my way of doing a recap. So that document's right here. And it's pretty detailed as far as how I do recap. It's real easy, really, in the end when you get to it. But this document shows it all. Again, I'm selling each one of these documents for $2 each. If you're interested, all you have to do is shoot me an email, tell me what you want, send the funds, the $2 or how, $10 for the package or whatever, and send it to either my PayPal account or my Venmo account. And again, I'll have those listed at the end of each video. I bid you well. Good luck in your CDL test. And if you need any of these documents, let me know. Talk to you later. Bye. All right, I'm going to be starting this in-cab inspection from the standpoint of just having completed my external inspection of my truck, whatever section I was assigned. and I just jumped into the truck after explaining to the inspector what lights I want his help to check with me as I work the controls. He's out in the front of the truck, and I just got in. I'm going to turn my key to the on position, and now he's out there looking at me and I'm looking at him. Marker lights, thumbs up. Headlights, thumbs up. High beams, thumbs up. Left blinker, thumbs up. Right blinker, thumbs up. Flashers, thumbs up. Now he's walking around to the back, I'm adjusting my mirrors. Alright, now he's all the way in the back of the trailer looking at me in the side mirror, and I'm looking at him. Marker lights, thumbs up. Left blinker, thumbs up. Right blinker, thumbs up. Flashers, thumbs up. And brakes, thumbs up. Now you're walking around to get in. You just got in. Lights are good?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to begin my in-cab inspection. My seat belt is properly mounted and secured. It's not cut, torn, or frayed. It's adjusted to me. Detaches properly. Now I'm going to perform a safe start. My gauge is already swept while you and I were checking the external lights. Spring brake valves are pulled out. Vehicle is in neutral.
Home. Messaging.
Now I'm going to continue my in-cab inspection. My water temperature gauge is working properly. It's rising to the proper operating temperature. My oil pressure gauge is working properly. It's rising to the proper PSI level. My primary and secondary tank gauges are working properly. My needles are climbing as air is being pumped into my tanks. I'm going to check my battery gauge. My battery gauge is working properly. It's showing that my alternator's charging my batteries at 14.0 volts. I'm going to check my heater and defrost. Alright, my heater and defrost are both working properly. My side mirrors are both properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware. They're clean, they're free of any illegal stickers that would obstruct my view, and they're adjusted to me. My windshield is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware. It's clean and it's free of any illegal stickers that would obstruct my view. My weather stripping around my windshield is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware. There's no abrasions, bubbles, cuts, dry rot, or frays, and it's not leaking. My windshield wipers are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware. My wiper blades are secured against my windshield. There's no abrasions, bubbles, cuts, dry rot, or frays. My windshield wipers and the fluid are both working properly. My indicator lights, my high beams, my left turn signal, my right turn signal, and my flashers. All my indicator lights are working properly. My city horn and air horn are both working properly. In my back utility bin, I have a 10 BC fire extinguisher. It's properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware. It's fully charged, it's up to date, and the pin's in place. I also have 3 emergency triangles in that back utility bin. They're amber and red in color. They're properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware. In my overhead compartment, I've got 6 spare fuses. And by the way, while I was talking, my air governor cut out. Sir, did you hear it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and looking at my gauges, I am at 120 to 140 psi. I'm ready to perform my air brake test. I'm going to go ahead and turn my engine off. I'm going to get out and chalk my wheels.
Messaging.
Alright, my wheels are chalked. I'm going to turn my key to the on position and let my gauges sweep so I can perform a safe start. I'm going to let my gauges sweep. I'm going to roll down both windows so I can listen for leaks as I'm performing these steps. Alright, my gauges have swept. My first step is a 4 psi air loss. I'm going to push in both of my spring brake valves, and once the air settles, I'm going to press and hold my service brake, and I'm going to count to a minute. And in 1 minute's time, in a combination vehicle, I should not lose more than 4 psi. Will you time me?
Yes, I will.
Okay. Alright, my system is settled, my gauges stopped sweeping. I'm going to perform my test. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,003, 1,004, 1,005, 1,006.
You good?
Alright? And watching my gauges, I've just confirmed that in 1 minute's time, in a combination vehicle, I did not lose more than 4 psi. Now I'm going to fan my brakes down to about 60 psi to verify that my low air indicator light and buzzer are working properly. Then I'm going to continue fanning my brakes down to 20 to 40 psi to make sure my spring brake valves pop out. My low air indicator light and buzzer are working properly. Both of my spring brake valves popped out. I am between 20 to 40 psi. They're working properly. Now I'm going to turn my ignition off. I'm going to get out and remove my chocks.
Messaging.
Alright, my chocks are removed. I'm going to turn my key to the on position and let my gauges sweep so I can perform a safe start. Alright, sir, that was my air governor cut out. Did you hear it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, now my last 2 steps of my air brake test. I'm going to perform a tug test followed by a service brakes test. Alright, I just confirmed that my tractor and trailer brakes are working properly, and I've also confirmed that my service brakes are working properly. One last thing I observed is that my truck didn't shift to the left or to the right. That concludes my in-cab inspection and air brake test.